Yo, what's good? Griff413 here back in the day, and today, guys, I'm here to go ahead and reveal to you my brand new car, which is the 2014 Chevrolet Silverado LT Crew Cab with a 5.3-liter V8 engine putting out 355 horsepower. Of course, though, when you think about this in truck terms, it is not the fastest truck on the market, because when you think about the Ford Raptor, which of course is more than double what I paid for this truck, almost triple what I paid for this truck, the Ford Raptor puts out 450 horsepower from a twin-turbo V6. At least I still got that V8, and it's a Chevy. It ain't no Ford. You guys already know I'm not a big Ford truck fan. But guys, I got a new Chevy. I'm happy about that. I'm really loving it. But again, you know, I do want to put more power into it eventually. I just don't know when that's going to happen. It is way down the line of things on the priority list, as there are a few things on this truck that I do find peculiar that I'm going to have to eventually fix. So the first one of these things is right here on the front bumper. There is this weird scratch. I don't remember it being there on when I went to the dealership, and when I got back from Mississippi, it was there, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was there before, so I'm not going to blame anybody for it. It's something that I got to fix, though, eventually, because it bugs me a little bit. Speaking of bugs, though, we have the bug guard right here. There's just this little tiny peel of the chrome layer on it, and I feel like I want to go ahead and get that replaced. I did look these up online, and they are kind of pricey. They're like $200, guys. These bug guards are really expensive. I had no idea. As well, the seat. The seat does this weird thing when you're turning. It kind of moves just slightly. It's less than a centimeter. I did find online that this is a rather common issue, and there is a pretty simple fix for it. I just need to go get some rubber tubing to put underneath a bar on the seat, and it should fix everything. So I just need to go ahead and do that, and everything will be solved. But those are just a few little things that I find peculiar about this truck that I need to go ahead and fix just to make it absolutely perfect. So now let's talk about when I went to the dealership. So I went to a couple different dealerships with the thought in mind that I was going to get a 2016 or a 2017 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport or Off-Road, because I could not afford the TRD Pro, which of course is the truck that I really and truly want. So I went to this first dealership, and they had one, and I thought, man, this is going to be absolutely fantastic. However, though, the guy had been driving his baby around in it, and when you open the doors, it kind of smelled vaguely of vomit, and I just decided, no, I don't want this one. I don't want this one. Otherwise, it was absolutely perfect. It had all the extras on it. Great price, and I bet you that price was because it smelled a little bit of baby. And then we went to another dealership, and they told me, hey, we don't have any Toyota Tacomas right now. Well, we do have one, but it's being worked on in the body shop, so we're not going to let you see it. And I'm like, okay, that's my red flag right there. I don't want to see, they don't want me to see this truck right now, which means it was probably involved in some kind of accident or whatever. So I just decided to go ahead and look around the dealership lot, and I was mostly focusing on Chevy Silverados, GMC Sierras, and Chevy Colorados, because those were the ones that were on my list. The Nissan Titan, if I could find one for a good price, was at the top of my list for full-size pickups, and just below that was the Toyota Tundra. But they didn't have any that really fell into my price range. They wanted like $42,000 each for those trucks, which I thought was way too much. Absolutely way too much. But the first truck that we came to was this burnt orange GMC Sierra. And honestly, if I just had to drive it across town, I probably would have got this one, because it had this 5-inch lift kit on it. It had these nice wheels, nice tires on it. Everything about this truck was absolutely insane, and just told you it's big, rough, country looking. And I thought, man, that is a good looking truck. I would have to bring it down just a little bit on the lift kit, because I don't want a 5-inch lift kit. I want maybe like a 2.5-inch to 3-inch lift kit on my truck. So I was thinking, man, I'll have to bring it down a little bit. But other than that, it had a great price on it, and I loved it. I really, truly did. But then my dad reminded me I had to drive this thing all the way back to Arkansas. It had these big knobby tires on it. So 13 hours in the truck, all the way back to Arkansas, just, it did not sit well with me. I'm like, oh man, that's going to make my back hurt. It is going to be an uncomfortable ride. So then I finally decided, okay, we kept going. The last truck in the row was this one right here. The 2014 Silverado in brownstone metallic. Had all these little chrome bits on it, and I loved it. I was like, okay, you know, this is a cool truck. I looked online, or I looked at the price tag. I thought, oh, it's just out of my price range. I don't want to get looked online, $3,000 off. Okay. We finally decided, you know what, this is the one that I want to test drive. I want to take this thing on a test drive, and I loved it. There were a couple things wrong, of course. There was the seat that I noticed, but I figured that I can fix. Probably just something needs tightened or whatever. So we decided to take it back, think on it the next night, but they were really kind of aggressive in this dealership. I was not liking them too much. We came back the next day and ended up buying this truck. After I went and test drove another Toyota Tacoma just to make sure that this was the one that I wanted. So now let's go ahead and talk about modifications, because there are some modifications that I do want to do once I go ahead and get everything kind of fixed off and maybe the truck actually paid off, because that is still a little bit ways down the line. Now, there is, of course, that chrome bug guard that I do want to eventually replace, which is being held on by 3M tape, so that is going to be a pain in the butt to take off. But as well, I've also thought about getting some fender flares, like paint-matched fender flares. I think that would look pretty decent on this truck. I've seen a couple examples out there, and I think that would look pretty cool. As well, maybe getting a leveling kit to 2.5 to 3 inch lift kit on this, and some new wheels and tires. And really, that kind of rounds it up. And then I would start focusing on the engine, trying to get out just a little bit more horsepower just to make it that much quicker. You know, maybe a new exhaust system, some new headers, you know, that sort of stuff. So overall, I am absolutely in love with this truck, guys. I'm so glad that I got it. I love the color. I love the little chrome bits on it. At first, I thought, you know, maybe this is just a little bit too much chrome, but I think once I go ahead and get some new wheels on there, because that is a huge chrome surface with these wheels, it'll start to look just a little bit better, and I'm going to be so excited. I love this truck to death, guys, and I hope you guys do too, because you voted on it. I put up a poll on YouTube asking you guys, alright, do you guys want to see a 2014 Chevrolet Silverado or a 2017 Toyota Tacoma TRD Off-Road? And honestly, I was not expecting this. 60% of you guys said Chevrolet Silverado to 30% Toyota Tacoma, so that was one of the factors that played into what truck I was actually going to get in the end. It wasn't the only factor, but honestly, guys, I'm so glad that I did it, and I love this thing to death. So, but anyway, though, that is where I'm going to go and wrap it up for today. If you guys want to, you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at twitter.com/Gurf413 and Instagram.com/Gurf413. And if you guys like this video, go and make sure to hit that like button down below for us, because you guys already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to subscribe for more videos come out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. Bye.